Hey guys, what is up? It is the Bomy 93, and quickly today I just want to do a quick channel update for you guys before I get into the video. So I will leave a quick jump cut here if you don't want to watch this. I completely understand. It's going to be at this point. You might want to skip there. I'll give you a few seconds to do so. So just, yeah. Okay, I think that's about enough time. So if you wanted to sit through the channel update and support my channel by using watch minutes, that's fine too. I just want to let you guys know I am enabling monetization. Although my reviews will not be monetized because I feel like they shouldn't be. However, bomb news and other stuff of that nature are going to be monetized from here on out, whether it's a Grinds My Gears episode or whether it's a Grinds My Gears episode, Let's Play stuff. I'm hoping to get more into that, but that might be a little bit stretching my limits here, but I'd like to see what you guys would think about me doing more Let's Plays on the channel. Like, I'm actually playing in games such as like Town of Salem stuff. I'm probably going to start doing more Town of Salem Twitch streaming and then start doing YouTube streaming as well. However, I'll be playing stuff like Rocket League, Micro Machines World Series, even though I did give it a 4 yesterday and stuff like that on this channel, whereas I'm going to stick my Town of Salem's Twitch streaming solely to Twitch and stuff like that, whereas games that I get through the Microsoft Store like Forza Horizon 3 and Forza 7 and stuff will be streamed on Beam because that's just the software that Microsoft gives me on Windows 10. So yeah, that's my thought. I don't know, what do you guys think? Leave your thoughts down in the comments below. If you've watched this part. If you haven't, I'll let you know. There might be more stuff to put in the comments. So anyways, guys, so yeah, welcome back. For those that skipped ahead, today's review is about Forza Horizon 3. I wanted to do this review for a while now because I think that, yes, it's an older game, but a review of it with all the DLC packs involved and most of whatever's coming out for Forza coming out, I'm probably not going to do that many review videos if there is more content that comes out, but I don't think it's going to be viable DLC, but I'm just saying there's going to be more content that's coming out, and I'm not going to do a review of it, just covering my own arse. So yeah, with that, let's get into the video. Alright, so we've got Forza Horizon 3 today, and oh, wow, I already rewind this quick in the video. Yeesh. But if you don't know anything about the Forza series in general, I will give you a brief, well, I don't know, brief history? I don't know. The Forza Horizon series started in the Xbox 360 generation. It was kind of a game more like Need for Speed, however with more realism, more of the simulation stuff you would see in Forza, which originally came out in Forza and stuff like that. This is the third instance of it. The second instance also came out in Xbox One, however it did not come out on PC. And yeah, and it also came out on Xbox 360 as well, so there's that. So to begin the review, yes, it is a racing game, and yes, I'll play a lot of racing games, as you can tell. Yesterday I did a Micro Machines video, and I want to say Happy Independence Day to those Americans out there. Even though I know this game is based in Australia, it is made by an American software division. Oh, wow, car. But, so, to begin, first thoughts of playing this game, it is huge. Like, literally, when you start the game, you get to pick one festival spot, and you have a small area to get in. You have a small area where all your races are. However, when you play this game, it's not exactly um, the smallest game. You've got a small area to play your races, but that's only like a quarter of the area that you're, well, a fifth, because there's five festival spots that you can actually unlock. Five. The first thing you actually do is after you claim your first festival location on Byron Bay, is you get to do a showcase event. Now, I'm not going to give any spoilers as to what the showcase event is, but there is also 5 of them in the game, and it's really fun. These are really fun things you get to do along with the adventure. If you're a huge racing game, you might find these as fun, but doing these cross-country events and rally events and stuff like that have always been kind of the most fun. Yes, I am driving a Polaris Razor. I probably will swap the video sometime here to show that I also have other vehicles you can drive. There are lots of vehicles you can play as. There are lots of different stuff you can do. There's Blizzard Mountain DLC, which is really fun because you get to race around on the side of a mountain, and really fun stuff. And there's Blizzard Mountain, and then, oh my goodness, I lost my thought. Then there's a Hot Wheels expansion. Now, if you don't know what Hot Wheels is, it's pretty much Hot Wheels with real cars. It's not the tight tracks like you're used to with Hot Wheels. However, they are big, they are wide, it is very tough to turn. It's actually a lot different than this because there isn't a whole lot of spaces to go off-roading inside vehicles. And the thing I like the most probably about these games is the fact that you can choose how you want to go. You're not limited to like a racetrack, even though I feel like Forza 6, even though I don't actually own the real version, I own Apex, does have a bit of a takeaway as compared to Forza Horizon 3, because the environment you can drive through, you can transverse the environment the way you want it to. For example, you can take the Razor all the way to the Outback and you can go cross country, or you could take a Porsche 918 Spider, which I happen to own in game, and stay on the roads. So it's really up to you the way you want to traverse the terrain in Forza Horizon 3 and the way you want to traverse Australia, whether it's running into trees because you decided to go off-road, or running into cars because you decided to stay on the road and you're driving in the wrong lane because you're forgetting you're supposed to be driving on the right lane inside of Australia because you're not used to it because you're a Canadian or an American or somebody who drives on the left side of the road. That's just kind of something that I've honestly had to adjust to while playing this game. Is I often catch myself driving on the left side of the road because I'm so used to playing Speed Carbon and other games. However, I feel like this is a very, very good game when it comes to making your path and your decision your own way. You can have as much fun as you want to have, and the content in the game is very, very not limited to the type of vehicle you're driving. You could go off-roading in a 918 if you want to. The upgrades for each vehicle are there. There are different events you can do. There are the bucket challenge events. There are different events you can do in the world, and you don't even have to leave, like free roam and stuff like that in order to do them. Like, for example, speed traps, danger signs, which is basically a big jump. You just go as fast as you can over the jump, and you see how far you can go, and if you can get 3 stars. Danger signs. And there are speed zones and drift zones where you go as fast or as sideways as you can in a given area. So yeah, there are those. And yeah, I really enjoyed this game. So with that, I shall head back to the facial cam to give you my final thoughts and a few Well, however, I should mention cons before I go there. So cons of the game is you have to have a higher end PC. You have it running on PC, so you can't have a little Dell Inspiron 5000. You have to have a gaming 5000 or a 7000 to have it working. And even so, like with my setup, which is an AMD FX 6300, it's not ideal. I've had the game crash on me during an event. So yeah, there is that. Even though I have a GTX 1060, this game definitely is more CPU intensive than you would expect. And yes, it will not run. There is going to be a 4K patch coming to the Xbox One X, even though I don't actually own a One X. This might be something I actually want to try out on said console. I did actually see an Xbox One X, and that is a tiny little bugger. And yes, wondering where I did see it. If you go to the Microsoft store, they do have a thing there, and I live near Edmonton, so I did went and check that out. So yeah, there is that as well. So hopefully, guys, hopefully that makes even though it's a CPU intensive game, even with 4K, whatever 4K, if it's native or non-native, we shall see what it is. But as for now, I'm stuck to 1080p medium settings with my rig, even though it has a 1060. However, it's CPU bottleneck. So yeah, that's my opinions of Forza Horizon 3. Now back to the face.
So, Forza Horizon 3. It's a great game for a racing game. It uses an open world to its advantage, and it's a really fun way to play it's simulation style of racing game. However, there are a few minor faults for somebody who plays racing games, like the car list. It isn't all the cars. I mean, I honestly would hope there's a Grand Prix GT, mainly because I own one. So, or a GXP, I would not mind one of those cars. Those cars are actually some of the most interesting cars that you can actually find. If you can find a GXP used as a first car, it's got an LS1 V8, it's rear-wheel drive, it'll be a really fun car, but at the same time, those are really hard to find. A GT, even though it's a front-wheel drive, and yada yada yada. I'm sidetracking here. But those are really fun cars to actually they drive more like trucks, but they're not bad. They're not bad cars. And a lot of people are going to say, well, why not buy a Toyota? Well, the fact of the matter is we don't have a Toyota dealership, and they're paying to get parts for in an area where you have no Toyota dealership. So that in mind, guys, I'm doing more Gerard stuff. But with all these negative feedback in mind, this game is definitely an 8 out of 10. There are a few things that racing games don't necessarily carry, like a very thought out story and stuff like that. Like I didn't mention, there wasn't much of a story. You're just upgrading. You're upgrading your festivals. You're doing showcase events. You're having fun racing, stuff like that. There is no story behind this game. It's kind of more like an OG racing game where there is no story behind, but it's a really fun game nonetheless. So, 8 out of 10. Anyways, guys, that is my time for today. What's your thoughts on Forza Horizon 3? Is it a game you've already picked up? Or are you kind of on the fence about racing games and this is kind of out of your spectrum? However, yeah. So, what are your thoughts, guys? I'm the Bob. And, you know what? Leave a like. Subscribe to the channel. I make new videos all the time. In fact, should be sitting in the middle for the end card. But there is going to be, the playlist is going to be up here, new video, whatever my my Micro Machines review, or whatever the YouTube algorithm decides for my channel, what's best for your watching, whether it's the Guitar Hero. A lot of people are getting the Guitar Hero review, which I did a while back on Guitar Hero World Tour on Wii U, so I have the video that best matches your thing here, and I will have a subscribe button there. So make sure you subscribe to the channel for more reviews and more content. Anyways, guys, that is my time for today. I'm the Bomb 93, and as always, stay bomb.